Afcon qualifiers got off to an incredible start, where we had some managers sacked, had some big teams, we had some surprising results, and a minnow getting actually destroyed in African football. Something we haven't seen in a long time. Remember to hit the like button, give your thoughts of the Afcon qualifiers so far. They will return back in September, and then the final two match days will be played in March to determine the 24 teams that will qualify to the Afcon for 2023 in Ivory Coast. So let's get to the review of Afcon qualifiers so far. So we start off with Group A, where Nigeria, under now new manager Jose Peseiro, got off to an incredible start. Narrow win, 2-1 over Sierra Leone. The pitch was absolutely dreadful from watching the highlights, but they got the narrow 2-1 win. Not a too bad result for Sierra Leone. Although, remember the last time these two teams faced in Nigeria, it was a 4-4 draw. The most incredible comeback ever from Sierra Leone. So not too deterred by this result, I would be if you're a Sierra Leone fan. We move on to match day 2, where Nigeria won 10-0 over Sao Tome and Principe. 10-0. I have not seen this sort of result in African football in a long time, where a minnow gets absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Yes, it was a neutral venue and all this sort of stuff, but 10-0? That is crazy. Absolutely crazy to me to see this sort of result. And look, Victor Osimhen got on the score sheet. Just a natural goal scorer. They could have used him in the Afcon. Obviously, it didn't really work in the World Cup qualifiers, but we're going to forget about that. But 10-0. Jose Peseiro has got off to a great start. And then for the battle for second place, because we all know I think Nigeria are going to finish first in the group, Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau drew 2-2. In a result, maybe that Sierra Leone should have won, and they needed to kind of win. Obviously, the two teams will face against each other once again in March, so that will determine who will go to the Afcon. We move on to Group B. No real surprises here. Burkina Faso, obviously, they're just too good. They're just such a good side. Nobody really rates them. But then when it comes to Afcon, they show their quality. 2-0 win over Cape Verde, who's going to be their toughest opponents, and a 3-1 win away in Eswatini. And for Cape Verde, they beat their nearest competitors in Togo 2-0 at home. So good start from Cape Verde. Eswatini and obviously Togo, they drew 2-2. Not bad there. But they're going to have to beat Cape Verde in one of the games if they want to have any chance of qualifying to the Afcon. But no real surprises in this group, in my opinion. Move on to Group C, where then Cameroon beat Burundi 1-0. Okay, I say 1-0 because after the game, Samuel Eto'o absolutely ripped the team apart. If you have not watched the change room discussion that Samuel Eto'o gave to the players, very inspiring, in my opinion. You know, he said, okay, you guys think you're good. You know, you can't play down to your competitors. You must always play at a high level. And it doesn't matter what status you have in this team. You could be dropped. And that's why I like Samuel Eto'o, the president, of course, of the Cameroon FA, doing a marvelous job. 1-0 result in Burundi. I mean, come on, Burundi should be the worst team in this group. Only winning 1-0. You got the win, most important thing, but a little bit of a struggle there. And then Burundi got a valuable point away in Namibia, 1-1. So Burundi are currently second, and I think it's going to come all down to, obviously, because Kenya now are disqualified from the tournament. So it's all going to come down to Burundi and Namibia back in March. That's going to be a big, big game to determine who will qualify to the Afcon. And what did I say about this group? What did I say about this group? I said when this group was made, this is the group of death, because any four of these teams can qualify to the Afcon. All of these four teams were at the last Afcon. Ethiopia, Malawi, Guinea, and Egypt are all on 3 points. All of them are on 3 points. Let's talk about match day 1. Obviously, Egypt getting a late goal against Guinea. Not the prettiest, but you got the late win. Not good at all. Malawi getting a 2-1 win, home victory over Ethiopia. You know who got the 2 goals? Gabbiadinho. Gabbiadinho, oh my god, I love this player. Remember that goal he scored against Morocco, Afcon, the goal of the tournament by far. We get to the second match day. And Naby Keita gets a late winner over Malawi. Great goal by Naby Keita. Basically created the goal all by himself. The other result was a 2-0 victory for Ethiopia over Egypt. And it wasn't just 2-0. It could have been 5 or 6. That might have been the best game those Ethiopian players have ever played. Ever. They completely wiped Egypt off the floor. It was, watching the highlights, because, you know, I can't watch the games live because there were so many games on at the same time. Ethiopia could have scored 5 goals. The amount of glorious chances they created. They got the 2-0 victory, and we know what that meant. Ehab Galal got sacked as Egyptian national team manager. I don't know what to say about this FA at the moment. Egypt are in a little bit of a mess. Obviously, Salah wasn't in that game against Ethiopia, but they should have enough quality to at least get a point or get something out of the matchup. Egypt, look, I said Egypt must be careful in this group. This is obviously far from over. There's a lot of games still to go. 4 more match days. This is going to be the most fascinating group by far. Cannot wait. Give me your thoughts of this group in the comments, because this is an interesting group. Group B, no real surprises here. Ghana, of course, getting the victory over Madagascar, 3-0 victory. Very impressive result. Obviously, 1-1 draw away to Central African Republic. Not the greatest. Angola picking up a big win over Central African Republic at home and drawing away to Madagascar. I had some faith in Madagascar, but it seems like they have regressed massively since that 2019 Afcon, when they were the story of the tournament. And Madagascar right now, yeah, it's not looking great. Angola could be returning back to the Afcon, which would be nice to see, but Madagascar, they should be disappointing. And Central African Republic, they're in and about where we thought they should be. Group F, of course, Algeria. Top of the group, 4 goals scored. I think they're pissed off about that last Afcon. They're definitely pissed off after that World Cup qualifiers against Cameroon. They're on a mission. I think they're going to come back very strong next year at the Afcon. They will easily qualify for the Afcon. Niger are currently in second place after 2 draws. Obviously, a draw at home against Tanzania and away to Uganda. Not bad there. So Tanzania, Uganda, they got to work. Obviously, both of the teams lost to Algeria, so I think naturally Niger, I think we'll lose to Algeria as well. Makes an interesting group for the second place at least. I still think Uganda will get it, but it makes it a bit more interesting. Group G, like I said again, Mali. I said I can't trust this team anymore to win the Afcon. They'll definitely qualify. They're showing their quality. I mean, they got so much quality. We don't need to praise anymore Mali, but they need to show up in a big tournament. We'll see if they do it at next year's Afcon. Congo at the moment are in second place after a home win over Gambia, 1-0. And Gambia only picked up the narrow 1-0 victory against South Sudan. So Gambia, obviously one of the darlings at the last Afcon, they're going to have to work hard. But the good thing for Gambia, they're still going to host Congo. They have to win that game. And they're still going to play twice against Mali. Ain't going to be easy, but still got hope for Gambia. Congo could be returning back to the Afcon. Group H, Ivory Coast in position at the moment, no matter what they qualify. Zambia are in second place, Comoros and Lesotho. So Ivory Coast picking up a 3-1 win over Zambia at home. Dominant performance, very good. Then they go away to Lesotho and draw 0-0. This is why you gotta love African football. How can you predict that? How can you predict Ivory Coast going away to Lesotho and drawing 0-0? This is why it's the most unpredictable continent by far when it comes to football. You don't know what's going to happen. Zambia picked up a big win over Comoros at home. The return fixture, they need a draw. And of course, Comoros have to still play Ivory Coast twice. So Zambia are in the driving seat at the moment to return to the Afcon. Finally return. And Wepo obviously getting one of the big goals. So you need your big players to step up. Zambia got that. I wish both Zambia and Comoros could qualify, but one of them are going to miss out. Who will it be? You let me know in the comments. But I still think Zambia will qualify to the Afcon. Group I, where we have surprises. Mauritania are in first position with 4 points. Gabon are in second place with 4 points. Sudan are in third position with 3 points. And DR Congo are in last place with 0 points. And Hector Cooper got sacked. Wow. I'm not surprised, but Hector Cooper is a really good manager. So DR Congo are taking a big risk, but clearly this side should be at least 1 or 2 in this group. They missed the last Afcon. This cannot happen to a very talented team. Going away to Sudan, losing 2-1. Not the worst result, but losing 1-0 at home to Gabon. After Gabon have only scored 1 goal in the 2 games. Look, Gabon are going to make life difficult for every opponent. They're not going to score a lot of goals. But DR Congo are in a mess. And they need to start picking up form. Really do. Mauritania, on the other hand, got a 3-0 win at home against Sudan. And of course, the big man, the captain, Aboubakar Kamara, former Fulham player, of course, got 2 goals in the game. So, look, everything's open still in this group. The top 3, any of them can qualify. DR Congo have to win those next 2 games in September. They have to win those next 2 games in September to stand any chance of qualifying. If they miss back-to-back Afcons, that would be shocking. Group J, where we have Tunisia, are on 4 points at the moment after picking up a 4-0 win over Equatorial Guinea. 4-0. But then they go away to Botswana and draw 0-0. The unpredictability of African football. Equatorial Guinea are at the moment in second position because they have the head-to-head record over Libya because they beat them 2-0, and Libya picked up a 1-0 win over Botswana. So all to play for in this group. I wouldn't be so deterred by Tunisia going away, drawing 0-0. Same with Ivory Coast. It happens sometimes. But that 4-0 victory over Equatorial Guinea, that's a big one. Yeah, you got to remember those sort of results. So I think it's going to come down to still second place and who will get it. I think it will be Equatorial Guinea because they are an amazing home side. They just simply do not lose at home. Away from home, fragile. At home, big time. So Libya have to beat Equatorial Guinea at home. But those games in September, Libya hosting Tunisia, Equatorial Guinea going away to Botswana, those are two big games for what could happen in this group. Group K, where Morocco are basically in the tournament. They're basically in the tournament. They got 6 points, dominant victory over South Africa. It could have been 4-5-1. Obviously, South Africa took the lead in the game, but Morocco were, once again, amazing. And then they picked up a 2-0 victory over Liberia away. So, no real surprises here. We know what Halilhodzic does. He's a good manager. South Africa, I still think will get second place, but now they're going to have the 2 games against Liberia in September. If they win both of those games, they're into the tournament. If it's one win for both teams, makes it very, very interesting for March then. Then we move on to the last group where we have Group L, where Senegal are on 6 points. Mozambique, who I said would return to the Afcon, are on 4 points. Rwanda, who got an amazing draw away to Mozambique, 1-1. And then Benin lost both games, and it's looking like a struggle for them. And let's see if they return to the Afcon. I'm not too sure about this. But the main talking point in this group is that Sadio Mane has now become the all-time goal scorer for the Senegal national team. So applaudits to Sadio Mane. Deserves it. Led his country to the Afcon glory. Led his country to the World Cup once again. Big up to him. Mozambique, of course, big victory away as well to Benin. That's a big victory for Mozambique. Rwanda still have a chance. They gave a tough game to Senegal. I think they held them off for a long, long time, but they just couldn't hold on for the victory. Still open, but I still think it will be Senegal and Mozambique who will qualify to the Afcon. So there's a little review of the Afcon qualifiers so far after the first 2 match days. We still got 4 more match days to go. And as I said for Group D, any of those teams could qualify. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Give me your thoughts of your national team, how you're feeling. If your team's already going to qualify, if your team's struggling like Egypt and DR Congo, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit a like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Of course, I'll be covering the Afcon qualifiers when it returns in September and March, and when the final tournament appears next summer. Cannot wait for it. Afcon was amazing to cover, and we'll do it once again. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world, and adios.